So, warm welcome, dear friends. Warm welcome to all of you. On behalf of Quantum Life University, as a Sangha, we welcome you to today's Sajjan Sangatya, where we are going to have a beautiful session. And today, along with us, along with me on the board, Harika and two more masters joined from Quantum Life University campus, Tanmay and Mupurna. Tanmay Saha, Mupurna Saha. So, so today, just can you uh, wave your hand, Mupurna and Tanmay?
Good
And
evening,
that's
everyone.
really
Good
good.
evening. Hello.
I'm going to put it in this format where we can see. I think I will remove this. This is clear, much more clear. So really wonderful to have three of you, Mupurna, Tanmay, and Harika today.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Most
so much,
welcome, most
sir.
welcome. So today our topic is as within, so without. This is a very important topic for everyone. This is the topic for today. As within, so
Yes.
without. So along this theme, we're going to have a kind of beautiful spiritual conversations between all of us, and all our friends also will be joining us, listening to us, at the same time posting their questions. So this is what going to be a very interactive session. So first of all, Muparna, Tanmay,
Yes, sir.
please, we want to hear both of you. I know that you are such amazing beings, because I met both of you long back, many years back. It was something very wonderful. I felt so joyous meeting you in Kolkata. So these Kolkata masters, dear friends, let's hear their experience today. And they're right now residing in Quantum Life University campus, taken up many beautiful roles. They're serving very well. And can you please, Muparna, start your sharing?
Yes, sir. I would just love to thank you, sir, for giving us this wonderful opportunity of sharing this space with you and interacting with everyone. And, sir, I just want to say that to everyone that our journey started long in the year 2012 with Dr. Newton. And after 2012, we felt so connected with him after doing his basic past life regression workshop. And after that, the journey started, it continued. And it was guided as if, like after this workshop, we need to move on to the other workshop. Then again, we need to move on to the other workshop. The journey was totally guided. Initially, we did not understand, but now we know that, sir, it's a very deep journey, and it's not only a connection that we have from this lifetime, it's a eternal connection that we are having from lifetime to lifetime. And when I joined Dr. Newton, when I started doing all his workshops and all, it brought tremendous changes in my life. I was a person, once upon a time who could not even speak in front of people. Like seeing the crowd, I used to be so afraid. At one point of time, I used to feel that I have lost my voice. But with the continuous guidance of Dr. Newton and his workshops, Dr. Lakshmi, both of them, they holded us, just like small babies, and they nurtured us with their love and unconditional love and nurturance. And thereby, slowly, I started gaining back my confidence, my voice. And still today, I'm a bit nervous facing this live interview, but I still, feel that I can carry on with this. And The biggest change that came into my life was like all his workshops are very powerful and very unique. But the major changes that came into my life was after doing the inner child workshop and family constellation. Tremendous changes came into both of us life. Inner child completely, helped me to embrace that uniqueness within me, that simplicity within me. It brought a lot of transformation within me, and a lot of issues I could identify that I was carrying from my childhood, which I did not understand otherwise. When I met Dr. Newton, when I did all his workshops, he made me realize all the issues that I have through my understanding. He helped me to integrate all the higher insights, all the higher informations that came through, during the process and all. And uh, other workshops which are there are like, family constellations, breath work, and what were they? Yeah, like I would just recommend all his workshops, because I went through so many changes in my life because of these workshops. Initially, I could never sit for meditation. Whenever I used to sit with meditation, lot of agitation used to come up, lot of images used to come up, which used to disturb me a lot. But as Dr. Newton always tells us that inner cleansing is very essential in this journey of spirituality. We need to cleanse ourselves, not only like, it's a that mental cleansing, that healing has to happen from within. Then we need to become that, empty vessel to carry that higher wisdom which is flowing through all of us. We all are same. It's just that we need to realize, we just need to work on ourselves. We just need to empty whatever we are holding on to ourselves that is not allowing us to move forward in this life. And since last year, lot of changes came in the sense that I started integrating all the wisdom that was imparted by my master, my gurus, Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi. And initially I had difficulty in integrating the wisdom, because I was a like a cry baby. In every situation I used to cry without actually understanding what is the big picture behind that. But slowly, like as both these masters, whenever they hold your hand, they will never leave you unless and until you actually learn the lesson. They will really guide you, they will show you the way, if you are deeply interested in this path. And since last year, I actually started integrating all your higher wisdoms that you have imparted throughout all the workshops. And nowadays I can easily meditate, sir. I can meditate easily for at least 2 hours, and with that peace of mind, without much of agitation, without much of disturbance. And when we actually start meditating from that point of from that space where we are totally, most of the time we are empty, we actually receive all the higher messages, also all the higher wisdom, higher truths, which we can implement in our life, not only for betterment of entire humanity, for everyone. And then slowly with the practice of meditation, I felt a strong connection with our Quantum Life University. And I realized that it is not a connection from this lifetime, it is an eternal connection. And I always felt like coming back to this land over and over again. Especially last year, whenever I used to meditate or whenever I used to be at home, this deep pull used to, something used to pull me. I was unable to be at rest at home, because some energy, sir, I used to sense that it used to pull me back home, as if, this is my true home, from where we all can operate, from where we all can, fulfill our life purpose. And Uh, that's all, sir. I'll just ask Tanmay to
That's
say
really
something.
very good, Muparna. And yeah, nice to hear about
I'm a
your.
bit nervous, sir, actually. This is my first time I'm coming live.
You
I don't
express
know what
so
to say.
well. It's really very good that you could express all your insights that you gained through your sadhana. The highlight of it is the inner cleaning process.
Yeah.
What you mentioned is first, unless we subconscious mind and conditioning, we are conditioned from many lifetimes. We are conditioned in the childhood. Unless we thoroughly decondition ourselves, we can't learn something new.
Yes, sir.
We can't open ourselves to have the greater wisdom or the higher wisdom. So that's a beautiful
Yeah.
message that you are giving to everyone here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And I know there are many experiences that you need to share in a different time period, maybe after some time. Okay,
Okay,
some
sir. Sure.
experience they can share. And now I request Tanmay, who is our master, who is a great karma yogi, and who is man of action. He's always any task, and he worked in many companies, multinational companies, and almost like like a top post, but he has left behind his career and everything to serve. Service is really that his passion. And both of you are like Shiva Shaktis residing in campus. You are the embodiment of those really Sita Rama and all that I feel, and it's so wonderful. Tanmay, can you please share about your few insights that you gained, and what about anything that you want to share to all the viewers?
Yeah, sir. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you to you, Lakshmi ma'am. Uh, so this has been a wonderful journey. This journey since 2012, since the time I have known you. This has been a wonderful journey, and I'm a much better person now. That is what I can vouch for than what I was before coming in contact with you. And yes, most of my life I have spent in corporate, almost 25 years of experience in corporate. And after the association with Quantum Life University with you and ma'am, there was this major shift which actually happened in me, wherein I thought that that materialistic world is fine, but there is something more. That calling was there, and that thing I really I could resonate with the vision which was there. So I decided to leave my corporate world, and it's been almost 17 months now. I have left the corporate world and totally into service of Quantum Life University, and we have shifted here in December, last year December, and since then we are proud residents of Quantum Life University. This is amazing experience and an opportunity. And sir, I look forward to serve and do anything and everything that is required, that is expected of me to take it to the levels. That is what my inner calling is,
That's
sir.
wonderful, wonderful, Tanmay.
Sir,
Since last 17 months, you're residing here in the
since
campus.
December, yeah, yeah, for 4 months, yeah, right, yes,
It's wonderful, wonderful, because to manifest certain things, there are many forces which joins. They come together to manifest something very beautiful, because this is a world's project for the world, which benefits the humanity. So I really appreciate both of you for taking that courageous step. It's not easy. Young people giving up their career, their corporate world, and really in service of life. And really, that's applaudable, and we really appreciate for what you're doing, what you are.
Thank you,
thank
sir.
you. It's been
It's
wonderful
really
year, sir.
wonderful.
yeah, you, Lakshmi ma'am, Sridevi ma'am, Rajshekar sir. I mean, it's wonderful, being here. It's
Sir, we are
so great.
truly blessed to
We are
have you
blessed.
as our guru, sir. Just
Yes,
keep on guiding us, sir. We just want to be under all of your guidance, just to complete this life path, sir. Be with us always.
this divine path. I mean, this is amazing. Yes,
We are our team, a spiritual team. As a spiritual, any work, it requires a kind of team. Any kind of thing to manifest in this world, which is for the welfare of the world, certain projects, we need a kind of team. This team is something very amazing because it's like just like Vanara Sena, like we're all part of this great team, and with that teamwork, we accomplish anything in the world that's possible because our goal is
right.
to impart this wisdom, spiritual wisdom, for everyone in this world. Wisdom for everyone, that is the slogan of Life University, and awakening the
Right.
wisdom within. So we are the divine instruments. We want to, whatever way that we can do. So it's really beautiful to have you today. And we'll be going ahead, and in between, you will be also coming back and sharing. It is going to be an interactive session. So thanks once again for sharing your
Thank you,
experience.
sir.
Sure, sir.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you. And now over to Harika. And
Hello, sir.
hello, Harika. And
Hello,
so
everyone.
that's really good. And we are going to have this topic today, as within so without. So that's the
Yes.
topic for us. And there are many questions that comes to us when we hear this topic. So today we're going to also learn certain things from this topic. I will introduce you about this particular thing, as within so without. Okay, after that we'll have questions from Harika.
Yes, sir.
Right, anything that you want to share before we begin?
Um, First of all, namaste, namaskaram to everyone. And this is an amazing topic. I'm so looking forward to this topic. Welcome to one and all. And this topic is something that cannot be digested by many of the people. So, first, we would like to hear from you, sir. And as you share the wisdom, and we will just be able to ask you questions on how to apply that even more deeply or anything.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
sure. Thank you, Harika. That's wonderful. So, first of all, let me share about uh, this word that we keep hearing in the spirituality. When we enter into spiritual path, meditation path, we keep hearing the spiritual circles that as within, so without, as above, so below. It's kind of a kind of principle. It's a law. They say that look within, and if you want to change anything outside, don't try to change anything outside. Initially, look within, find out what you need to change inside you. Maybe some change is required in your beliefs. You need to do the belief restructuring. Maybe it is changing, rearranging your thought process. Maybe it is your attitude that need to be changed. Maybe it is the power of your word, the energy of your word that need to be changed. Maybe it is telling certain things. So this topic is so important in almost all aspects of our life, because manifestation, many have difficulties to manifest certain realities. They find the struggle, they find it really difficulty, and most of the times they keep blaming the unknown forces. There must be some unknown force which is cursing me. Dear friends, I tell you that there are no curses and no blessings. Curse and blessings, the words that we use, is because we don't know spiritual science, the soul science. There is no curses, there are no blessings. God is not cursing, and not God is not blessing, because The grace of the God is equally there on everyone. It is whether you think there is no grace, but still there is grace. We are under the shower of this beautiful grace of the divine intelligence, divine consciousness, which is, all of us. I think I will mute Harika's, yeah. I think, I have muted so that there is no echo. Now, is it okay, friends? The echo is not there. So, it's so important that mostly to change the outer circumstances, outer realities, we need to change, look within to change something inside. Long back, this master Hermes Trismegistus, he is an Egyptian master who has written the Emerald Tablet of Thoth. So it's a kind of Egyptian book. In that, he has written a beautiful, the truth that was expressed in that book is as above, so below, as within, so without. It is so good. It's something amazing truth that he has expressed. And generally we think, oh, ancient scriptures, what might be written there? It might be all hieroglyphics and nothing we can make out, nothing can really help us. It's a Puranas, it's stories in the ancient times, but no, our ancient texts have such deep, profound wisdom that is conveyed, and including in India too. But I first acknowledge this master, Egyptian master, Hermes Trismegistus, whatever way you pronounce, that's fine. And he said, as above, so below, this principle called whatever that you want to see above, you don't need to search there. You search, it's there below, inside you. The entire macrocosm is represented as microcosm. Right now, in your body itself, the whole universe exists in your body. If you want to know entire universe, you just need to know your body. That's all. You need to know body, mind, heart, and the soul. You need to just know that. The microcosm you need to tap into. Then you will come to know about the macrocosm. Many, they try to understand what is God, who is God. They're in search of God. What is there above? But it looks like impossible, because where can you search for God? Can God be present on the Mars, Venus? Or can we go in a satellite and a rocket to go to some Pleiades or Sirius or Arcturus where we can find God? Where can we search for God? Where can we find that intelligence which really can help us? What is this Srishti, this creation? To understand that, we don't need to search outside. That's what this master said. As above, so below. Everything is represented in encoded form within you. So search here inside in the microcosmic reality, then you will find the greater truth. That's why Buddha also said the same thing. Don't ask me questions about God, whether God is there or not, whether he exists or not. He said, first find out who you are. That's all. His only advice is, whether God is there or not, let's leave the God's business here. We only mind our business. We look inside and find out who this fellow is. And that's where we find the whole nature of God. We find that this microcosmic God who is residing here is the same God elsewhere. He is living in everyone. He is living in the particles and atoms and coronavirus, and everywhere the God is there. It's the God that is everywhere. Whether good, bad, ugly, everything is part of the God. That's what we realize. So today's the topic is so important. It's so useful in our life, because We try to search in the higher dimensions, this dimension, that dimension. Oh, I have to search in Himalayas. I have to climb Mount Everest to find out about Shiva, and I have to go to the depths of the ocean to find out something. Oh, I have to go into the caves to find out. No need. This is something very, very beautiful advice our ancient masters are telling. Egyptian master Hermes said, go within. And if you find out what is there inside you in your own guha, there is a cave. The first cave that we find out is the heart center is your cave. There, when a meditator reaches a deep inner silence, you are meditating in that silence, in the cave of the silence. And there you find out many truths. From there, you start getting many divine experiences through other energy centers. And third eye opens, you have fabulous things opening up for you. And in India, in the Vedas, this is what is said: Yat pinde tad brahmande. Yat pinde tat brahmande. Microcosm is equal to macrocosm. This is also spoken almost 10,000 years back or 20,000, we don't know. Vedas are called as ageless, eternal scriptures. No, there is no author to Vedas and Upanishads. Vedavyasa, Master Vedavyasa, he compiled everything. Even before Vedavyasa, the Vedas were there. That means it is actually from Satya Yuga, Kruta Yuga, Satya Yuga, very, very ancient times. These words are from that ancient scriptures. Yat pinde tat brahmande. That means whatever that this pinde, this called body is called, this entire small self is called pindande. This is called pinda. Brahmanda means entire cosmos. The entire cosmos is present in your DNA, in your single small cell. Not even, you don't need to search even the entire body also. You just go into one small cell, not even the entire cell. Even to, it will take almost hundreds of years to explore one small cell. Our scientists are getting, they're losing the hair on their head because how, they're not able to, it's a mystery. One simple cell, they're losing the hair. They want to understand what is there inside the cell. All the electron microscopes go zoom in, and interestingly, they found entire universe exists in small single cell, and inside there is a nucleus. Inside the nucleus, you will go so many substances, so many atoms, so many things. Inside that genetic material, DNA and RNA. DNA, if you go again it is a big world, big universe. Even scientists are still doing lot of research to find out what is there inside the genetic material. They found there is amino acids. What is there in each amino acid? What is there inside an amino acid? What is that carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen molecule all coming together forming a kind of a protein structure? What is that protein structure? So they're doing dissecting, trying to go inside. It is like a vast universe that exists. This is what our ancients said. Yat prinde tat brahmande. If you want to know the macrocosm, to know the macrocosm, it is very, very impossible. Like, how can we know the galaxies? We don't know how many countless stars we have. Billions and billions of stars. There's so many galaxies. Our universe, we think only one universe, but we don't know there are multiverses. It seems multi-universes. There are many universes that exist. We are living in such Brahmanda. We don't know where to search, what to search. We will be completely like a small child in front of the big ocean, and we feel that, oh, never I can reach to this, understand the mystery of this universe. But one thing can be done. Understand this microcosm. What is within you? Because that's there in our scope. We can always go within. Going out is only very, there are many limitations. We can go only till one extent, but going within, there are no limitation at all. You can meditate, tap into your deepest part of yourself, reach to a deep samadhi state of consciousness, explore your deeper reality, what is there. Everything is possible when you go within. So this is something very, very beautiful. Our ancient masters told about this. So the entire macrocosm can be stored in microcosm. Macrocosm is a reflection of macrocosm, as explained in Uttara Gita, conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. So Arjuna had so many questions before Mahabharata, and during the Mahabharata war, Lord Krishna answered all the questions about the existence of the soul, eternality of the soul, about the reincarnation, and about the law of karma. All these things given by Lord Krishna. It was known now as Bhagavad Gita in 18 chapters. But post the Mahabharata war, there were some more conversations, it seems. This is called Uttara Gita. Uttara Gita is a scripture. Afterwards, they had some more conversations. In that conversation, Arjuna asks about this Brahmand, how to know about this Brahmand. He answers that you don't need to know about the entire macrocosm. Go within, find out what is there inside you. You find the mysteries of the universe in the microcosm itself. So he gives the analogies of the body, how the entire body is like a universe itself. If you think that you are a universe, this body itself is a universe. Your legs and your feet and your abdomen, your organs, your cells, trillions of body cells all together. So it's a big macro universe that exists in our body. So it's beautifully answered by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. This is also the same principle: as within, so without; as above, so below. So, dear friends, if you want to know all the lokas, for example, the planes of consciousness, you don't need to journey outside. You don't need to have a rocket to go to those planes of consciousness. For example, there are 7 planes that we talk about in India. They're like archetypal. They're classified as the 7 frequency worlds, 7 different frequency worlds. So Bhuloka, if you want to explore Bhuloka, the physical world, just explore your first energy center, Mooladhara Chakra. If you want to know about Bhuvarloka, just explore Swadhisthana Chakra. That's all. And if you want to know Svargaloka, this is called heavenly realms, tap into Manipura Chakra. If you want to know Maharloka, one of the causal worlds, you explore Anahata Chakra, open the Anahata Chakra, you have access to Maharloka. If you want to know Janaloka, then you will find you can open just Vishuddhi Chakra, your throat chakra fully. Clean it, wash it, purify it, open all the petals of Vishuddha Chakra, and then it will open the portals to explore the Janaloka. And then Agna Chakra, through that you can explore the Tapoloka. All the Tapoloka Vasis, who are the great meditators, who are meditating since many incarnations, vibrationally they reside. Even after life after death states, they reside there. It's a wonderful world to visit. And Sahasrara, the crown, is a Satyaloka. We call it as the plane of truth, where truth relies, realizing the truth that you are the God. You are God. Aham Brahma Asmi. Ayam Atma Brahma. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. These are all the eternal truths which are realized by a meditator when Sahasrara is open. I am God, you are God, and everything else is God. There is no ungodly stuff anywhere in the universe. Everything is filled with God stuff. So those people who realize the truth, they have access to Satyaloka. So we don't need to now go anywhere. From here itself we can explore. I tell you this beautiful story from Shiva scriptures, Shiva's sutras, and Shiva Purana. So Shiva has two sons, right? And one is Ganapati, Ganesha is one son, and who is really a hefty one, who is really a heavy master. Like he has a nice tummy, his belly, and he has a vehicle. Like his animal friend is a mouse, which carries him, which takes him to different places. And there is a second son of Shiva, Master Shiva, Kartikeyan, Murugan. He's known as Skanda. He's known as Kumara Swami. Different names, but it's the same. So one day, Narada Maharshi comes. He is the one who always, interdimensional master, BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation, and he spreads the news across all the dimensions. So he comes there to Kailasha, and he says, I have some fruits to give. And can you give off? I want to offer this fruit to your son. But he has two sons. If Kumaraswamy receives that, Ganesha will be hurt. Oh, my brother is receiving the fruit. I don't have fruit. Nobody is giving me fruit. So he will be feeling hurt. So Shiva found this. He said, there's only one fruit. Only one person can be taking this fruit. We can't divide it because it has to be eaten by one person only. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a test. This test is go around all the three lokas. Actually, all these 7 lokas are further condensed and classified as 3 lokas. 3 loka means 3 beautiful planes of consciousness. One is called Stula, Sukshma, and Karana. Stula, Sukshma, Karana. Sanskrit words. That means physical. And then Sukshma is astral. Third one is causal world. These 3 worlds you go and come back. Whoever comes first, I will give you the fruit. They will receive this fruit. And they agrees, and immediately Kartikeyan Murugan Skanda Swami has a nice vehicle. Fastest Mayura, peacock. Peacock is his animal friend. They go very fast. So he is on that peacock. He's going so fast. He wants to win anyway at any cost that fruit. He wants to be number 1, And Ganesha knows his setbacks, his limitations. He's so heavy, and he is not much interested about moving around and all that. Even during this lockdown period, everyone is gaining weight. No work, nothing. We all have a nice bellies. I developed a kind of beautiful belly now. So because I'm not doing anything, any work, no work, almost relaxation, meditation, relaxation, only reading spiritual books, watching movies. And Ganesha was like that. He's so relaxed person. So he knows his limitation. Now I'm going to fail, but I have to find a beautiful solution. He knows this principle, Hermes Trismegistus principle, as above, so below, as within, so without. That's why he thought, if I to go around all the 3 lokas, entire macrocosm is represented in Shiva and Shakti. Shiva Shakti is nothing but Shiva and Parvati. Parvati and Shiva, their mother and father, they are there right there. So if I go around them 3 rounds, that is like completion of the entire 3 lokas. All the 3 worlds I will be moving around. So with this greater truth that he knew already, he started going around them 3 rounds. And After an hour or 2 hours, Kartikeyan returned. Kartikeya found that wherever he is going, already Ganesh was there with his little mouse and he is going there. He was there in Bhuloka, he was there in the astral world, he was there in the causal world. He was surprised. How could my brother, he is so, fatty and he is so, lumpy, big fellow. How could he win? How could he come like that? So he wondered, and when he came back he found already Ganesh won the thing, and Shiva Shakti or Parvati mother father both declared Ganesha as the champion. That day they are given the fruit. The moral of the story is all the ancient stories from India. Bharat Desh is such a great country. This country has given such profound wisdom with inner meanings. If you only try to logically analyze, dissect like a scientist, we'll miss the whole point. We have to open the heart and listen to the heart of the scripture, heart of the Purana, heart of the story. Then we can really understand the moral of the story. The principle is as within, so without, as above, so below. Law of correspondence. This is also known as law of correspondence. Whatever your vibrational state, the naturally matching vibrational state you attract into your life. It's also called law of resonance. Whatever way you are resonating right this moment vibrationally with your thoughts, emotions, attitudes, your behaviors, your words, and physical body, and that vibrational frequency, you will attract certain things. This is called law of resonance. Law of attraction is the same. So as within, so without. So dear friends, so ancient scriptures have given these beautiful truths, which is a guiding principle to the whole globe, whole world. So body is the representation of macrocosm. The entire universe exists in our body. The whole universe exists in our body. So do you agree, dear friends? I can tell you further about it. So, for example, they say that there are 3 crores of devatas. Devas means all those gods, which we talk about in India, are there inside our body. For example, how are your eyes able to see? By just having a physical eye, does it mean that we can see things? No, there is a energy behind that eye which is actually making the eyes to see. The ears to function, there is a force, there is a energy. It's called Devata Shakti, means it's the energy of these gods. That's why in India it is this body, our physical body, is called as a temple. In this temple there are 3 crores Mukoti Devatas. Mukoti Devatas means 3 crore Devatas are there inside the body. Even in your nostrils, your breath is also known as Ashwini Devatas. They are called as Tathastu Devatas. Whatever that you want to manifest, you just watch your breath, be friendly with your breathing. If you know your breath, you will know everything. If you master the breath, you master everything in the universe. So our body is the representation of this macrocosm. And also, if you know that these Trinity Tattvas means 3 Tattvas, like Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, they're exactly there inside the body. Like anabolism, catabolism, and homeostasis. In the medical dictionary, we call it as one is the anabolism, like a creation process, like Brahma creates. Anabolism is like creation process. There are many cells in your body which are destroyed. Old cells are decayed and they're dead. It's cleaned up. And Brahma principle in us creates new cells in the body. And also Vishnu principle sustains them. This is called homeostasis. So Trinity Tattvas are also present. What is outside in the outer world as these 3 gods, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, they are also inside us. Some of people, they say, they argue sometimes, though God is only in the temple. I sometimes wonder, God is in the temple? Do they mean that God is absent any other places? Only in this temple Shiva exists? Shiva is not there in other temple, other Shiva temple, he is not there. Many feel that way. If God is only in that particular statue and idol, he is not at all a God. We can't call that as a God. God is not a limited. Of course, we can say that God is everywhere and also including in this statue. So, whatever that we find outside, it's there inside us. That's the principle that we need to understand in the spirituality. So the 3 crore divine forces are present in the body. This picture I like from India, Kamadhenu. In the same way, even in our body, all the devas are there. That's why we need to always respect this body. This is the body of many gods. Many gods are residing. Many forces, divine forces are helping us. We need to have a deep respect and love for this body. So many people, they starve the body, they hurt the body, they hate the body, they mistreat the body. But it's so important to always honor this body. And one more example I want to give you, dear friends. In traditional Chinese medicine, they also you have this method, acupuncture. So in the acupuncture, particularly there is an ear acupuncture. Our ear, our auricle, it exactly looks like a fetus. Like a fetus. Can you see that? It's like a fetus. And all the entire body is represented just in one auricle, one this earlobe, one earlobe of our ear. There's just one lobe of the ear, entire body is represented. What they do is, in the acupuncture, they can just trigger, if you have a bladder problem, they just going to stimulate that point, acupoint. Microcosm is macrocosm. They're affecting the whole body through that. So just to give you an example, to make you understand about this principle, I'm sharing about it. So even your breath contains the entire information about you. Do you agree, dear friends? Your breath has all the information about you, right from your birth moment onwards. When you are born as a child, even before birth, when you are still in utero, when you are about to come out through the birth canal into the outer world, the first breath, it grabs and it stores the entire information about your pattern in your breathing. That's why our breath mostly is having all this information. Breath is the microcosm, and the entire information, memory, and everything that we experience, we went through in our life, everything is stored in your breath. That's why right now, if you notice your breath, you can know about yourself. By knowing your breath, how can I know myself? You may ask me. Because your breath is the language. For example, you're breathing fast, that means your mind is racing. You're breathing in a certain fashion where anxiousness is there, it is conveying that you have anxiety in your mind. You're emotionally low, you're sad, you're grieving, your breath is very heavy. Or else it is panic attack is there, a lot of suppressed fear in you, it shows up in your breathing. Your breath is very fearful breathing. You have that irregular erratic breathing style. So your breath contains every information. If you understand what your breathing is, that's what we do in meditation, observing the breath. Notice the breath. Anapanasati, the Buddhist method of practice. In that, we come to know many things about our own self. So, one more thing I want to share with you, dear friends. Many times we have these colored glasses that we wear. Whatever colored glass we are wearing, and the world looks like that. A jaundiced person, when he looks at the world, he says that the whole world is yellow, yellow in color. For a jaundiced person, it looks like that. For a person whose mindset is full of negative, he considers world is very negative place. For a Buddha, his mindset is totally different. He sees everyone, he says everyone is a Buddha. Everyone appears to be so divine, because we are wearing these filters of perception. The many filters that we have, dear friends, and through those filters we are looking at the world, and constantly we are creating many of these situations in our life. So long back, when I went to one temple, they initially looked at me, they thought, are you a Muslim? And I felt so bad that Muslims are not allowed in the religion, this kind of beautiful places, temples. I said, my name is Newton. Then you're not a Muslim, you're a Christian. You must be a Christian. Your name is Newton. I said, I am born Hindu, but I don't have any religion. I am a spiritual person. I don't have a religion. For me, all the Muslims, all the Christians, all the Jains, all the Buddhists, all the even atheists are my friends. Everyone is my friend. I consider everything is beautiful. And I could not. They said, you can't enter into the temple. You must be Christian only. You're saying just you're bluffing. Your name is Newton. Even your ID card shows that it is Newton Kondaveti, but we don't allow you into the temple. So, dear friends, in our society, we can see the conditioning. Many times we don't accept people as they are. Immediately our filters will come up. Oh, you are a Muslim, you must be a bad guy, because already this information is there. You are a Christian, you are a Hindu, you are a Muslim, you are a Buddhist, you are a Jain, you are a Tibetan, you are a Russian, you are this, you are that, oh, what not, all the filters we carry, all that we don't really see what is there in front of us. And that's why Albert Einstein said, where religion ends, spirituality begins. Karl Marx also said, religion is it's a opiate of the masses. It's like an opium for the masses. We blindly follow one religion. And what is religion? Our religion is humanity. Our religion is the love is our religion. Compassion is our religion. If you ask me, our religion, we are all actually, when we are not born, when it's still in the womb, there is no religion. When we are coming out, and suddenly all the conditioning, you are born like this, you have to behave like this, you are this, you are that, all the definitions are given, and slowly our mind is conditioned. First religious conditioning, then you're a boy, you're a girl. Girls should not be doing all these things. Boys only are the champions, and girls are not are prevented from playing extra hours. Only boys can play. All these things is also filters. Girls are inferior, boys are superior. This is one conditioning that is given at a very younger age. So as we grow up, so many conditioning from our family and from school, and it forms many filters of perception. So as within, so without. What happens is later on life, all these things we project it out. Right now in the world, it's possible that every religion feels they are the best religion only. We are the chosen ones. And even Hitler thought about the same. I am the chosen one, and the Nazi race is the great race, and Aryans, we are the supreme race. And Jewish people, they think the same way. In Hindus think they are the chosen ones. Christians think they are chosen ones. That kind of feeling, it narrows down. It really smashes all the humanity in us. Dear friends, that's why we need to first decondition all these things. Spirituality means we might have born, we have a respect for every religion, even the religion where we are born. Does not mean, when I'm saying that we have to go beyond religion, does not mean that you have to be irreligious. We have a very deep respect. It's beautiful. All religions are beautiful. To read Quran is beautiful. It's so wonderful. Quran is such a scripture everyone must read. Bible is beautiful. We must read Bible. Bhagavad Gita is beautiful. Adi Granth, everyone must read. Every human being must read all the religious texts, because everything is so beautiful. Everything is a masterpiece. From their own unique perspective, unique experience, those masters have brought these great teachings. Bible is a teaching, Quran is a teaching, Bhagavad Gita is a teaching, a great wisdom is presented to the world. So unless as human beings we shift something inside us, we go beyond conditioning. That's why these looking glasses, if you are wearing these looking glasses, like brown glasses, the world looks brown. This is what we call conditioning and meta programs. Our minds are programmed fully, dear friends. We are programmed, deeply programmed. And one program is always is like you are a limited person, you are a failure, you are this, you are that, you can't do better things, you're good for nothing. All this programming is done in the very younger age. Many lifetimes programs we carry. We have to change these looking glasses now. And values that we adopted, beliefs that we acquired, and attitudes that we developed, traumatic memories, many memories of our life still affects us. Certain memories we can't forget. Certain memories are bothering us. We are not able to make peace with those memories. It's still affecting us. Certain decisions, promises that we made, commitments that we made, it's still affecting this present moment. So friends, all these things will form these filters of perception. These filters of perception, this entire content we carry inside our subconscious mind and mind, it is what is called as, what is the stuff that is there inside us. Constantly it is going to be projected out, and it is going to attract certain things according to what content you are carrying inside you. If you want to change the outer reality, people try to change the outer reality. They do so many things, this and that, and they try to find the solution for it. But what happens is constantly they fail. The pattern is repeating, the same thing over and over again happens. They feel frustrated, they feel hopeless, they feel depressed after some time. So the spiritual science tells us that as above, so below, means there's a macrocosmic God. The universe is a Sarvatma. The whole universe is the all-pervading God. We call that God as Parashakti, or Shiva, or different names we give it, Allah, different names, but it means the same. That is also there in us. That microcosm need to be understood. First we need to decondition ourselves. Our mind is carrying all the wrong information. Spiritual science really is the study of one's own self, their mind, their emotions, their ego, and their behaviors and their speech, and we clean it up completely. We put everything in washing machine and clean it up, and then we are coming out. Now our mind is so pure and clean, and there's going to be inner radiance of this soul that shines through the mind. Mind is illuminated. Our soul is ready to shine all the time, because inside us, in all of us, there is this beautiful sun star our own soul, which we are not allowing to shine because these mental, emotional layers of conditioning. So I like these beautiful words from William Blake. He said, "To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour." What a beautiful expression this master, this poet said. It is actually, he's talking about the same principle, to see a world in a grain of sand. When you look at a small grain of sand, don't you think that the whole universe exists in that grain of sand? A toddler, a child has that curiosity. He can play with that small pebble. For him, it is the whole universe, whole world exists inside for a child. Adults, we think, oh, this is small, I want big things. And heaven in a wild flower, small flower also, just you can look at that flower, it takes you to a different dimension, a deeper dimension of you. The whole heaven is there in the flower. Hold infinity in the palm. In just your palm, he's saying that there is an entire infinity. What a profound words this poet has written. He must be a third eye master, he is a great Sahasrara master only. To write this kind of poems, it's not easy. He's uttering the greatest eternal truths. And eternity in an hour means entire eternity, almost like billions of years. Even before Earth is formed, on the planet Earth is formed, before all the stars are formed, this eternity is in an hour, can be condensed. We can experience it. So it's really beautiful, dear friends, to know these beautiful words. And I request Harika now to ask few questions that she gathered from many of the friends, from the Sangha members, and also here some of our friends are posting certain questions we're going to pick up. Yes, you can go on now, Harika.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for this opportunity. So, I'll start with the last quote that you have just displayed on the slide. I was just wondering how to look at a flower and find what the that person has found. Do we need a separate set of eyes, or what do we need? I mean, how can we see that entire universe? Like how you were saying, in the palm, you can see eternity, everything. How is that possible, sir? Can you please explain?
Yeah. So unless someone is ready, we can't experience that. It's really the readiness is most important. If we are not ready, nothing happens. So a meditator, when they are meditating, they are getting ready. They're preparing what is called as the mind. The mind is getting emptied out from all the prior information completely. We have to unlearn. That's why this initial struggle to reach to a no thought, no mind state. That's what is readiness. Once the readiness is there, it can happen even while walking in a street. We can just find the entire Brahmand, even small events also. For example, I remember the experience of Lao Tzu. He said, when I'm walking in this forest, a dry leaf falling from a tree, and immediately he found the answers. He reached to what is called as enlightened state. He every answer he got, he found the answers that he was searching for. That means he was so ready. When we are ready, even a dry leaf can make us learn things. It need not be always, readiness is not just only with closed eyes. Even when a person is ready, even when we are interacting, even as small events, small things in our life can immediately open our consciousness to us. I tell you my one experience that I had, which opened my consciousness a lot. So I was completely a non-believer of a spiritual path. That was my background, because always I believed that there's only body that exists. This was before 1987, and there's nothing that is existing outside this physical body. There's nothing. It's all myth. This all just stories people tell us. So that time when I came, started practicing meditation, and it was impossible for my mind, monkey mind, to believe anything. I have to analyze, I have to test, and I have to do all these things. It was impossible to make this mind quiet and empty. And after a few years, one time I had this most amazing experience. One time we were traveling along with my teacher, my guru, Brahmashri Pitama Patriji. We were traveling in a vehicle, okay? And we have reached to one place called Emignur. That day, Patriji is going to take a class, a meditation class. So my job, my role I have taken is that day, any new meditators are coming, I have to make them be seated inside. I have to properly be seated, because all the lights going to be switched off. I have to guide them so that they will sit in a proper place. So I was just with open eyes in that moment. I was not even meditating, because I want to make sure that no meditator is getting disturbed. That moment, when meditation session started, Patriji was guiding them to observe the breathing, and he's playing a flute. The music was so beautiful. I think at that point of time, I was so ready, so relaxed. And suddenly I started seeing physical eyes. One being who was very tall being, he came inside the room, and I thought I must stop him because I already meditation is full, the hall is full, and I must stop him. And without my permission, he entered into the room. Along with him, almost like 16 or 17 people. All of them have beards, long beards. So later, when I looked at them, they are not physical beings. I could see them as only light beings, just like Kanti Deha, light beings. I'm just seeing them with my open eyes. This is the first time I ever had that kind of experience. It is unbelievable for me. I thought, hey, what is this? Am I hallucinating with open eyes now? Am I going crazy? So the meditation is going on, and he was there, and all of them, they were distributing kinds of energy packets to everyone, like putting the energy into everyone. I thought he is doing some kind of energy kind of distribution work. And after that, I asked him, when he is about to leave, he was about to leave, I asked him, who are you? Because I want to know the identity. First of all, you entered into the room without my permission, because this is my role that I played today. You suddenly you came inside, and he said, don't you know me? And the way he said, immediately I could notice that he's carrying one axe with him. One axe. Axe is,
Wow.
means immediately I recognize the
Yeah.
way his turn looks, and very serious, and he is like a Parshurama. Are you Parshurama? The character Parshurama that I read in Ramayana and those ancient scriptures? And yes, he said, I'm Parshurama Avatar. I'm the Parshurama. Today, this gathering, meditation gathering, attracted me, these vibrations. That's why I came along with my all the disciples also. All of us want to really encourage them. That's why we distribute some kind of energy. And I said, it's so wonderful. I would like to, because I have this skepticism and doubt. How can I know that you are a real person? I don't believe that you are a real person. Maybe my mind is creating this kind of hallucination in the story. Then he said, come with me. I show you something. He took me to some place, and there is like a hilly place. I was following him not in my physical body. By the time, I think there's a kind of dissociation in my astral body that happened. In astral presence in front of him, he given me a Rudraksh mala. He put inside my here. I could feel it. I was holding that. I could feel it. And then I said, is it going to be there even after I go back into my body? I asked him. I don't think because of your belief systems or support. But one thing is, with this, you can know certain things from today. Because I'm awakening one energy center in you, the third eye ability. One of the abilities is to sense and feel. You can feel the vibration of any person that you come across. You can sense and feel. So through that, you can actually test yourself. So I came back that day. That's the most profound experience, and I felt so much overwhelmed. And I didn't share with anyone. So the next day, I want to check with whether really this master has given the Rudraksha, which has the ability to see and feel and all that. And I was checking that time. So certain people in front of them, and I sit, immediately there are red colors I'm seeing around them. The vibration I'm saying, noticing that. When somebody is lying, immediately I am saying that, oh, this person is lying. And immediately I could sense and feel somebody who is really authentic, and I'm able to sense that. So I checked it. I confirmed it with many people. Then I felt that it's a true experience. So because that day I'm ready, Harika, that's why it happened. So when we are ready, even from the ancient times, Parshurama to Narasimhavatar to all the entire, all the gods, we can have darshan, because they are not residing some faraway galaxies, faraway dimensions. Here itself, all the dimensions exist. Only thing is, you need to be ready, open. Your consciousness need to be open, and as you tune into that higher consciousness, then you can actually have experience of these dimensions. That's why even eternity can be present in an hour. In the palm of your hand, you can see the entire universe here. It means the principle is simple. Our macrocosm is there in the microcosm. We don't need to search for guru figures anywhere. No need to go anywhere. We need to just give ourselves the time to meditate inside. In us, we have all the experiences. In us, our soul is already enlightened. Only thing is, we think I am not enlightened. Our mind is stupid. Our mind thinks we are not enlightened. Dear friends, all of you are enlightened. Everyone is enlightened. Only thing is, our mind is preventing that acknowledgement of our own enlightenment. We always, in India, what we do is, oh, Guru, 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 and oh, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. When do we become like Raman Maharshi? When do we become like Krishna? We go on all the time admiring, adoring, and praising, and chanting, and all that. That's why all of them, they say that meditate, recognize, acknowledge who you are. You are none other than the God Himself. You are none other than the Master Himself. You are the Buddha that you want to meet. So that's what is this principle. When William Blake says this, in a smallest flower, you find such great dance, music, melody, fragrance of the universe, or grain of sand, you find all your answers, even small grain of sand. So, dear friends, we are all such beautiful, wise beings. Awakening the wisdom within happens through meditation. And don't be fearful in acknowledging who you truly are. Your inner magnificence wants to shine all the time. And Harika, we can go ahead and you share one more question. You can ask one more
Sure,
question.
sir. I'm
Yes.
so happy to hear this from you. Yeah, even I used to always keep wondering, when do I become like Dr. Newton?
You're already, you
But
are born to be yourself, Harika. You are a master yourself. Each one
Thank
is a
you. So,
master.
yeah. Yeah, you keep telling that, but we don't feel it. But today I know that I am on the path. Now, through meditation, what all we do, you have actually taught us a lot in many of your classes, and especially through your book, The Art and Science of Meditation. When you read it, anybody reads it, it's like the Bible and Bhagavad Gita of meditation. It's beautiful. But today I got to know one more point, your readiness, and we are getting ready for that moment to realize ourselves through meditation. That's a beautiful point. I just feel so touched, and the experience that you have shared, it's like you have also actually transported us to that moment, that point in time. I feel so moved by it. So there is one question from Moparna sir. She would like to ask a question. I just
Sure, sure. Mupanna can ask question. Yeah.
I would just like to thank Harika for giving me this, permission or opportunity to ask this question to you, sir. I was so eager to ask you this question. So you said that all the divine forces, that all-pervading force, it is always within us. We always need to reach to that force through practice of meditation, right? But I just want to know that how to enhance that connection, and to some extent, sir, how to trust it completely. And one more question, sir, when you were sharing that experience of that, seeing that divine being, that blue being, I was just before few moments, I was just holding this thought that I will ask you this question again, that sir, how to reach that state, how anybody can reach into that state where we can see the all these divine beings, all the higher forces. How do we reach to that state of readiness, sir?
How to reach to the state of readiness, and also how to trust, how to develop more trust. Yes, because it's the
Okay, sir.
challenge, as we live in the human personality system, which has the body, mind, emotions, and our ego structure, that generally is very scared of spiritual experiences, because all the spiritual experiences are an unknown dimensional experience, which is beyond experience, which shatters our illusions here. We are already in one particular illusion, one reality here, and we don't want to really be disillusioned, because we think these illusions are at least making us survive and live. Now what happens if I leave, let go of this illusion? So many illusions are created by our five sensory perceptions and the mind and our ego. We think this is the only reality that exists. But in meditation, any, even a beginner, when they begin that experience, when the experiences starts unfolding, their experience becomes the teacher. There is nothing that is parallel to an experience. Nothing can teach us better than our own inner experience, because we don't need to trust, believe anything from outside source, any guru, any textbook, any Bhagavad Gita, Bible, Quran, nothing. But we can believe our experience. That's why I like Buddha, this master Buddha, who talked these golden words. Don't believe me, my words. Whatever I'm saying, just throw it out. But you observe your breathing. You just practice. But any experience that comes from your own self, believe in that experience. Be like a gold merchant who tests whether it is 18 karat gold or 24 karat gold. That's all. So that's why I really appreciate, I love Buddha for these golden words that he has given. That's why we need to also always enter into spiritual path as a spiritual scientist only. Always we must carry the scientific temperament. No blind belief, no blind faith. Instead, we need to experiment through our breathing, when anapanasati. Through that, slowly, through your experience, you can gain trust. You trust your experience slowly. People have amazing experiences. And here, one of our friends sharing, Prakriti Jain. Dr. Newton, during the first day of the regression workshop 10 years back, first time I felt the energies and it showed me a vision and your dream of the university. Now I can validate it. Wow, that's wonderful, Prakriti ji. So it's the first day, first time, and she witnessed those energies and also the dream of the universities also, which was not so clear at that time about the university. But I appreciate you for sharing, Prakriti ji. Thank you. So we can believe in our experience. We can build the trust now. So initially it was hard to trust outside source, but we can always trust the inner source. The inside us, there's something that guides us. So the macrocosm is there in the microcosm. The entire universe is inside us, and we have a kind of guidance, internal guidance system, which is operating all the time, our intuition. We can build the connection with our intuition center in us. And that's how we can be prepare ourselves. Upurna, this is something very important. Being ready. When a student is ready, master will appear from nowhere. We don't need to search for master for Mahatar Babaji in Himalayas. Mahatar Babaji will come there. If you are really ready, he may materialize in a physical body, be in front of you. Even that is what is called as readiness. But mostly we are scared people. If one master, they have the capacity to materialize in front of the bodies, because Paramahamsa Yogananda witnessed it. Yukteswar Giri had the darshan of Mahatar Babaji, physical darshan of Mahatar Babaji, materialized in front of them. And so many Indian masters had these experiences where when we are really ready, not scared, and these things are very, very real. But our readiness comes from trusting. The trust begins with your experience. That's why I say to everyone, first begin with your own sadhana, with your own practice. Connect with this microcosm. Your breathing, your breath will show the inner world within you, and slowly start developing trust about your own experience, because all the experiences that you get will give you certain wisdom. You will gain such clarity. You will have very deep insights about life. So it's an ongoing process, and then we can one day trust everything about the universe. Then the inner trust that is built from your experience, you will start trusting Bhagavad Gita now. You will start trusting Krishna, Lord Buddha, Lord Mahavir, Guru Nanak Ji, every master, all the masters. We can trust them now, because you will not have an iota of doubt in your mind. Skepticism is completely knocked off. That's what happens. That's how we can develop it. Mupurna, thanks for sharing. That's wonderful. One more question we can take.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So, yes, sir. So, another question I wanted to ask was that when Buddha was there, or even today, we see very rarely, but people like you, or okay, let's take the example of Buddha. As you said, the topic name is As Within, So Without. When Buddha came in front of people, there were some people who could see him as Buddha. There were some people who could not. So there were some who thought he's a villain or something, who is spoiling people or something like that. So everyone has Buddhahood within them. But is it also again readiness that some of them only were able to see him as he was? Or is there any other reason?
Okay, the simple reason is those who are already ready, those who are already open minded, could see the radiance of Buddha when they met Buddha. But some who are not ready, they're carrying the filters of perception, their conditioning mind, they're not ready. When we are not ready, even Buddha is in front, we see that's a devil who has come to spoil the world. Even those times, Buddha was stoned. Buddha was completely scolded by villagers. He used to go to many villages to spread meditation. They thought he is polluting the minds of all the people. He is transforming everyone into a monk. But it was not that. Buddha was insisting that you can be a householder. You don't need to renounce anything, and you just be a householder. Meditate along with your regular life. Meditate also. You can be enlightened staying at home also, but practice meditation. Buddha was offering that. Many filters were there for people, those people who are carrying this kind of conditioning mind. Particularly that time, it was very hard. Buddha was a radical, a revolutionary, because he was saying that no rituals are required. You don't need to break the coconut. You don't need to go to a temple. You don't need to do any kind of pada namaskar, puja, anything. You don't need to put me on a high pedestal. So he said, only thing is, I am your friend. Please meditate. He also says, humbly he is taking
Yeah.
food. Bhiksham Dehi, please offer me food. I will. And he used to teach people, He himself is such a
Even
king.
today, people are not ready. At that time, we can imagine.
Yes. So that's what happens mostly. It's not about the teacher. Teachers are already there in the world. There are, millions of enlightened beings on the planet Earth. But if we are not ready, even they may be by the side of us, we will not recognize them. They may be your own family member who is already enlightened, but we don't recognize them because of filters of perception. We judge them through those eyes. We always see them as, label them as somebody who is going to take away our beautiful life. So I tell you a story about one person who was labeled as an idiot in a village, and all the villagers calls him idiot only because he's very slow learner. He's not good in mathematics. He can't calculate things. He can't do things properly. That's what. But he's a good person. But everyone calls him stupid, idiot, and always those gali words, right? Negative words are used. He was really feeling very bad about it. One day, one sadhu, one monk who is enlightened, was passing through that village, and this person goes to him and, oh master, every villager labels me as an idiot and stupid, and they calls me by my different names, and it is hurting me. What to do? Please give me a solution. You are such a wonderful master. You definitely might have some solution for me. And master says, now I'm going for a pilgrimage. After 1 year I'm going to return, but in this 1 year you practice one thing. Whenever people say something, you say just exactly opposite. You say it is wrong. You just have to say, when they say God is there, you must say God is not there. Enlightenment is there, you say enlightenment is not there. Whatever people say, you condemn it, you judge, then see the result. That's what the advice this guru, the sadhu, has given. And he went away. After a year, he returned, and when he returned, all the villagers met him. All the villagers met this Swamiji, and Swamiji, in our own village, there is a great enlightened being is there. You must meet this wise master, wise person. Who is that? I'm very curious. He's smiling. He knows that who was labeled as idiot, now he has become an enlightened because people made him. Their filters conditioned. So when he met the young man, that young man now has become so famous because whenever any villager says something, this is rubbish, it is, I don't believe in it, he says it is unscientific, everything is, he has to condemn everything only. So that's how he became famous. And this moral of this story is that we are carrying these filters of perception. We label. That's why labeling in our mind, we have to remove it. We have to have a new set of eyes. Particularly, the conditioning is so deep in India and in England and Spain. Every country has its own national. That country conditioning is there. The society conditioning is there. Religious conditioning is there, and many other conditioning, family conditioning and individual conditioning based on your own memories is there. All these things prevents us. That's why we can't see what is in front of us. The truth we can't find, though the truth is so simple. Always truth is always very, very simple. We have an expectation that truth is going to be very complex, and I have to do all the sadhana, go to here, there, yogasana, hatha yoga, and starve myself and all that complexities. But no, truth is so simple. When you become so simple in your mind, so simple in your life, everything, you become non-ego, non-mind, non-doing, non-thinking, non-feeling, and being, just being. Very simple. In that moment we find. So that's what Buddhas or any enlightened master, they always say that. And I thank you for this question, Harika. And
Thank you,
one
sir.
Suchi Goyal is asking this. Sir, sometimes I feel urgency to experience or know more. Then disappointment also settles. Sir, is this ego or mind block? How to differ between our sincere efforts and feeling discouraged? So yes, Suchi ji, you don't have expectation about I'm going to be experiencing this in meditation, because everything must be like a kind of unfoldment. Meditation is, I can say, is an unfoldment of your own inner wisdom, inner experiences, which provides you the wisdom. So that's why you should be open minded, no expectation of any experience. When we have an expectation, we feel disappointed when it is not fulfilled. Oh, this meditation, I must do astral travel. People try hard and they will be disappointed. When we think, produce the thoughts in our mind, and that itself will contradict our effort. Meditation is no thought state, no mind state, no expectation, nothing. We have to drop everything. And many have these kinds of things, and that's why you can try next time, Suchi Goyalji, that no expectation, just meditate for the sake of meditation, and go open yourself fully, open your consciousness, and allow the wisdom to unfold, wisdom to emerge from within you. Deepest wisdom can come out. Thank you. And yes, Harika, you have one more question to ask.
Yeah, one last, sir, and then I'm looking forward to your guided meditation. So the last question is related to this present coronavirus. As within, so without. How can we relate to it? I don't have corona within me. It's there outside.
Oh, that's really very good question. This is apt. Right now, whatever the coronavirus, COVID-19, the situation right now, is it also existing inner part of my world, inner world of me? Yes, because otherwise this principle becomes untrue. But all the masters, Vedas, Upanishads, every enlightened master validated this: as within, so without, as above, so below. Macrocosm is microcosm. That means what is existing outside, we also have it inside. That means we created a kind of coronavirus situation inside us, a memory that we are holding. A memory contains thoughts, beliefs, and also emotions and feelings. In a memory, all these things are there. For example, as a collective humanity, all of us are holding certain kinds of emotions like despair, because this is the findings of a great master, Jane Roberts, who channeled Seth over soul, and this particular information was channeled by this master. How epidemics, pandemics are created. Behind all the epidemics, the two emotions that are there, the memories which are associated with these two. One is despair, where people are losing hope, they're in despair. And second is apathy. Apathy is lack of sensitivity. For example, we can see that our humanity, we are also have been polluting our mother earth a lot, and we are not really caring for our mother nature. The ecosystem is losing the balance. The animal kingdom, plant kingdom, mineral kingdom, human species all together must coexist. There's no coexistence anymore. Man has taken a supreme place and treats every animal as, inferior, and killing the animals or cutting down the trees and destroying the mountains and natural heritage on the planet Earth. So there's an ecosystem which is gone, almost destroyed, a lot of pollution. So this current situation also is making the humanity, it's a speculation, because this is what Jane Roberts channeled, and many meditators also felt that there must be some kind of shift that would need to take place within us, at least a critical mass of individuals. Then we shift collectively even the outside situation. So I certainly feel that that is the case. There is a inner cleaning process that need to be done, where we clean that apathy, we open our hearts, we are compassionate beings, and we love our mother earth, we love all the animals. In our heart we give place for all the animals, all the plants, all the humans, and all the minerals, rivers and mountains to oceans. So in that, we are really giving a chance to bring everything into a balance. So definitely it is the case. So even in our life, anything situation that you are facing, financial situation, or relationship problem, or it is problem with the illness, body physical health illness, or else it is a pattern which is recurring, a negative pattern in life which is recurring, all that we apply the same principle. Now that situation, that pattern in my life, I need to now bring a kind of awareness, put the torch of awareness, lit the torch of awareness within me to find out what is that inner thought process, inner belief, inner attitude, inner kind of energy which is creating this situation. That way we can bring a shift. By shifting inside us something, we're going to bring that shift outside also. So thank you, Harika, for this question. And
Thank you,
we're going
sir, for answering
to
all the
meditate.
questions. And yeah, we'll meditate. I look forward to it. And please suggest any tools in the end, if you can, on how we can really realize what we are creating outside before we create something unnecessarily. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Sure, sure. I'll do that. And my dear friends, right now, let's all meditate for 5 minutes to 10 minutes approximately. Let's meditate, because it's really a beautiful opportunity when we can all join in meditation together across the globe. Many of you who joined, I welcome you to participate in this, a short meditation, but it is really a beautiful meditation, because we are joining our hearts, joining our consciousness. We are connected beings. My dear friends, sit in a comfortable posture and let us close our eyes and observe your breathing. Notice your in breath and out breath. Okay, okay. Yeah. Just observe your breathing. Make the mind empty and silent, dear friends. Today is the birthday of Lord Parashurama. It's such a great day. On this auspicious day, we all connect to a deeper self of us. The entire macrocosm is there in the microcosm, in your breath, in your emptiness of the mind, in your consciousness. You can find all the answers. Right now, I would like you to find a situation in your life where it is troubling you, where you are going through some kind of stress. In order to transform this situation, which is stressful for you, you need to transform something within you. At this moment, give all the attention to it, to your breathing, to find the answer inside you. What is that stressful thought, stressful emotion, fear, or could be any emotion, or could be a belief and a thought, which is really creating an internal stress, which attracted, which is projected out in the outer reality. Right now, in this deep meditation, when the mind is absolutely silent and still, you can do that. In that stillness, identify what is that stressful thought, the thought which is the basic building block of the world. Thought creates reality, thought creates many things. What is that thought within you which is manifesting as outer reality? We are all alchemists. We are all having this power of transformation, power to change. You can choose a different thought, the thoughts which are supporting your evolution, beliefs which are supporting your evolution, the emotions which are supporting your evolution. At this moment, I'd like you to give a color shape to this thought, belief, emotion, which is creating a lot of stress and which is also creating a stressful, turbulent situation in your life. Right now, with all the willingness and openness, readiness, I'd like you to shift that, change that thought, change the color, form, shape to a positive one, a brighter one. For example, if you have this stressful thought, I'm not good enough and I'm inferior, I'm not capable, I'm a failure in life, and you're giving a kind of color, form, shape like an irregularly formed shape, gray color ball kind of thing, which is representing this thought form, this belief, I'm not good enough, I am a failure in life, and all that. Right now, what you can do is, as you change that into a brighter color, brighter form and image, I'd like you to choose another thought which supports you. Instead of I'm not good enough, I am good enough, I'm God enough, I'm powerful enough, and I effortlessly succeed in whatever that I take up in my life. So I'd like you to now really come in alignment with a new thought form, a higher vibratory frequency thought which supports you. Once you do that, I would like you to observe your breathing once again. Notice your in-breath and out-breath, making the mind empty and silent, calm and quiet, as within, so without, as above, so below. Yat pinde tad brahmande. Yat pinde tad brahmande. Right now, 3 more minutes. I'd like you to observe your breathing. Just be. Just be. Two more minutes, dear friends. As you connect with your inner self, as you bring a certain kind of harmony, alignment, and as you connect to the inner radiance of your soul, inner shine of your consciousness, know that this will be reflected out. It will also radiate out in the outer world, as within, so without. Last 1 minute. 30 seconds, dear friends. Okay, my dear friends, whenever you are ready, by placing your hands on your eyes, touching your eyelids with your fingertips, you can slowly open your eyes. Take your own time. With a beautiful, bright feeling, you can open your eyes. We radiate out all the time these bright and good and spiritual vibrations to everyone, because each one is a master, each one is a god. And it's wonderful, dear friends, today we could meditate. And Meera Shabnam is sharing one question here. I used to get this feeling of becoming bigger and bigger while in meditation. Sir, what's the meaning for that? In meditation, we cross the different levels of consciousness. First, for example, our physical consciousness, we cross it, we go beyond it. And immediately the second layer is called etheric layer, etheric body. Our etheric body is the most energetic body that we have. It's a reservoir of energy. All the energy gets stored there. So in meditation, when the energy is gathered, this will be stored in the etheric body. Most of the times we get this feeling of becoming bigger and bigger in size. We become huge and big. So people report this experience of as becoming as big as the Mother Earth, as big as the sky and stars, and limitless expansion. And it's a beautiful experience. Not to be scared about this. This is the most beautiful experience. Meera Shabnamji, thank you for sharing. So, and today's Sandeep Khannaji is sharing, it's the Lord Parshurama's birthday today. I didn't know that, but I felt like sharing my experience of Lord Parshurama today. That's thank you for. Okay, one question Lakshmi Gupta is asking that can you please share your opinion on fasting, and is it necessary to avoid caffeine for meditation. So fasting, intermittent fastings in a month, few days, one day, it's really good. We don't need to starve ourselves to be enlightened. This body is beautiful. It has a gastric tongue and buds, and we have the taste buds. So it's okay, but always moderation is important. Middle path is important. So one day in a month or weekly, one day some practice fasting, it's really good. And also caffeine part, if it is really not really supporting your meditation, you can stop it. But I find it's very interesting. Coffee really make me very happy in the mornings when I drink. So I never feel that it is also preventing my meditations. So thanks for asking this question. And all of you, dear friends, thanks for joining today. And thank you, Harika, Muparna, and Tanmay, to
Thank
share.
you,
Thank you,
sir.
Thank
sir.
you so
Thank
much.
you for giving
Thank you
us this
so
opportunity,
much.
sir.
Thank you.
I thank you all. Thank you all for this beautiful Sajan Sangacha we did. We come back again day after tomorrow, another English class. And dear friends, if you have any questions, you can write to us, qluglobal.org. The email and website is there. You can write to us. You can call us these numbers if you need. So,
And
yes, yes.
also, after this session, there is one more session live by Dr. Newton in just 5 minutes. So, all of you can join again. Just stay on our channel, stay subscribed, and like, share our videos. So much of wisdom is available by Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi. Please feel free to share with all your friends who are probably free at this time, and it might be very helpful to them after this lockdown period also, for whatever new life that might start. We in this time of uncertainty, it might really be an eye opener. Please share, all my dear friends. Thank you.
And please, meditation is one of the tools, best tools to implement in your daily life, as within, so without. How to refine ourselves. There's a beautiful learning process, this ongoing process. We are Buddhas in making. We always chisel, shape, sculpt ourselves and continue your practice, dear friends. That's a very powerful tool. Apart from that, becoming more mindful of your beliefs and thoughts and your awareness about what's happening in your inner world, practice that, cultivate that awareness, mindful living, that also going to help you a lot. So this topic, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for this joining me. Thank you, and I take leave now. Thank you, friends.
Thank you.